Hello, I'm Benjamin Sullivan, and welcome to another episode of Ben Vest Up. I have not made any new videos since the last episode of Ben Vest Up, which has been about 3 weeks, and I would like to apologize to my subscribers. I know it's been a long time since I've made a new video. It's been about 3 weeks, and I apologize for the delay, but I can explain why. A few weeks ago, I contracted pneumonia. I had a bad case of pneumonia, so I had a really bad cough and no voice. I was so sick, I was pretty much stuck in my bed all day, so I was unable to make any new videos. So I apologize for being sick, but I've recovered, so now I'm back to making videos. Now, if you remember, in the last episode of Ben Vest Up, I talked about how I was excited to see the new Power Rangers movie, and that I was going to do a quick review after I saw it. I know it's a few weeks late, but here I am. Better late than never, right? So I did see the new Power Rangers movie, and I have to say that I enjoyed it. Now, it wasn't exactly what I expected. It was a little bit different in terms of things like how the Rangers got their powers and how they morphed, but there were still a lot of references to the original Power Rangers, like the original TV series, and I have to say I really enjoyed it, and it was definitely aimed more towards an adult audience, but it was very entertaining. I enjoyed it, and I don't want to give away any spoilers for those of you who still have not seen it yet, but based on the ending, it looks like there will be a sequel, and I'm looking forward to that. So even if you were not a fan of the original Power Rangers, I still recommend you go see it. It was well made, and although it was a little bit different from the original movie and the TV show, it was still entertaining and I enjoyed it, so I recommend you see it. Now, today is April 15th, 2017. That means today is the 105th anniversary of the sinking of the RMS Titanic. Now, when I was a kid, I was fascinated with the Titanic, and to this day, I still continue to study the Titanic. I remember I was in 3rd grade when the movie Titanic came out, the James Cameron movie. Before I saw the movie, I didn't know much about the Titanic, but my dad took me to see it, and I immediately fell in love with the Titanic. And I began reading books on Titanic, I began watching documentaries, and to this day, I still study the Titanic. Now, I remember when I was a kid, I was really into computer games, and one computer game that I really liked was a game that was called Titanic Adventure Out of Time. It was a Titanic computer game the gameplay was similar to Myst. For those of you who've ever played Myst, it was one of those point-and-click adventure games. Now, despite being an old game, it is still possible to get it to run on newer computers, and because it was one of my favorite games when I was a kid, I still have it on my gaming system, so I'll show it to you right now. Okay, so here I am sitting at my computer. I've got my wireless keyboard and mouse connected to my widescreen TV, and I'm going to open up Titanic Adventure Out of Time right now. Okay, so here I am playing the game Titanic Adventure Out of Time. What we're looking at right here is this is the famous grand staircase inside the Titanic. So I'm going to go ahead and go up the stairs and go outside onto the boat deck. Okay, so here I am on the boat deck. We can see there's some lifeboats right here, and then there's the funnels. I'm going towards the stern, the back of the ship. What I like about this game is you can pretty much explore the whole Titanic. They did a really good job at creating a virtual representation of it. And the way this game works is it's very similar to Myst. Like, you can click on people to talk to them. Like, for example, here's an officer right here. Let's click on the officer and see what he has to say.
Good evening. 3rd Officer Marlowe here. I am sorry, but this is the officers' promenade. No passengers allowed. You're the second passenger tonight who's been here. A young woman tried to enter the wireless room earlier. Such cheek. Hardly a suffragette. Regulations forbid passengers from entering the wireless room. Now, good night.
Alright, good night to you too. But anyway, this is one of those games that you have to find your way around the ship, and you talk to different people to find clues of what to do next. And then eventually, once you progress in your mission, the ship hits the iceberg, then the timer counts down, and you have to get to a lifeboat before the ship sinks. But I think my mission right now is to find the gymnasium, and there's someone inside the gymnasium I need to talk to. I think this is the gym right here. It says to gymnasium. And there it is. I guess that's the lady who's going to give me my mission.
It's about time. You're late. Another 5 minutes and I'd have cancelled your mission.
Well, I made it on time, so we're going to get the mission to tour the ship and figure out what we need to find. So I'm going to go ahead and stop playing for right now, because this is a long game. It takes a while to complete the whole mission. But I just wanted to share it today because this was one of my favorite games when I was a kid, and since today's the day the Titanic sank, the 105th anniversary, I thought it'd be a good time to share it. Well, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a great day, YouTubers!